Ooblets is a quirky farming life sim developed by Glumberland and is currently available on Nintendo Switch, PC and Xbox. In this cozy life sim you'll collect creatures, participate in some funky dance battles, and explore some diverse and interesting lands. You'll start your game having just arrived to Badgetown, a quaint little coastal town, in the hopes of starting over. Here you'll run into the newly appointed town mayor, and after admitting you have no money and no plans, you're offered an old rundown farm just outside of town in return for some assistance with a few tasks to get the town back up and running. These tasks will have you reopening buildings, doing some card-based dance battles, investigating some strange things, and travelling across the island where Badgetown is located to complete all sorts of quests. There is so much to do in Ooblets, from completing town tasks, maintaining your farm, collecting Ooblets, competing in dance battles, and world exploration. The island where Badgetown is located is known as Oob, which is named after these strange creatures that call this island their home. These Ooblets are known for their love of dance battles, which you'll do in a card-based combat format, along to some very funky tunes. Dance battles are used as a friendly way to settle differences across the island of Oob. You can also compete in dance battles with wild Ooblets that can be found just about everywhere, and if you win, they'll give you a seed so that you can grow that type of Ooblet. These dance battles are seriously fun to do, and not once in my entire playthrough did I ever get sick of them. This is the only game with a turn-based combat system where I didn't get bored of it after a few hours, as it's very addicting. The winner of these battles is determined by who collects the required points first, which can be done by gaining points, stealing them, removing points from your opponent, alongside a variety of other cards to give you an assortment of advantages. As you collect different types of Ooblets, you can fill up your journal, where you can try and collect them all. Your farm is where you can plant Ooblet seeds to grow new Ooblets like you would a normal crop. Ooblets aren't limited to competing in dance battles either, as you can set up little houses for them near your crops, where you can perform certain tasks such as watering and harvesting crops, removing junk, and planting seeds. This can be incredibly handy as you go off exploring or doing other tasks without worrying about your crops. As crops are also the best source of income, it's well worth building up a few of these houses as soon as you can. The house you're so generously given at the start of the game can be customized and expanded to your liking, with a wide variety of furniture, carpets, and paints available for you to purchase to really make it your own. Along with furniture, there's also a large variety of clothing to customize your character with, and some pretty funky hairstyles too. There are several different areas located on the island of Oob, and like Badgetown, they each have their own unique theme. There's Badgetown, which is a quaint little coastal town, and you also have a desert-themed area, a spooky area, and several more. The Ooblets you find at these places are all unique and linked to the theme as well, making it interesting to explore and find new Ooblets. One thing I noticed while exploring these areas is that they can seem a little dead and lifeless. Most areas only have a handful of people, where they generally just stand around doing nothing, and most places don't have houses or any proper buildings to liven them up. Badgetown is similar in a way where it feels very automated. You'll find people doing the same thing at the same time every day, usually just standing still, and there's also a handful of people that just kind of fill up the town with no other purpose, as you can't build relationships with them. The characters you can build relationships with, however, all have quite unique personalities, and funny ones at that. It's worthwhile talking to these people every day, as they generally provide new dialogue each time, which is amazing, but it's also quite beneficial as you can get some pretty hefty gifts when you level up with them, making it well worth the effort. Lastly, there are a ton of quests for you to do in Ooblets, with both a large main story with many twists and turns, as well as a heap of side quests and character quests. At the end of the day, you'll find that most of these are generally the same thing on repeat, such as doing a dance battle, collecting some items, or crafting something, but the funny and interesting dialogue usually means you won't get too bored of them. Along with all of this, there's also quite a bit of unlockable things to keep you occupied, such as inventory expansion, house expansion, unlocking crafting machines, recipes, shop expansions, and more. My initial impression of this game was that it looked cute, but I wasn't a huge fan of the graphics. Throughout my playthrough, this opinion completely changed, as the art style just fit really well with the overall vibe, being a bit of a silly and quirky game. As I began exploring other areas across the island, I was also pleasantly surprised to find different themes associated with each area, which I really appreciated. On top of this, Ooblets has some of the best soundtracks I've experienced in a long time. The soundtracks in this game were stuck in my head daily, long after I ended each play session. There was one weird classical beat that kind of ruined the vibe and didn't really fit, but as the game is a bit goofy in itself, I'm assuming that's just part of the joke. I did experience some weird bugs, but nothing that affected gameplay, just things like doors disappearing and other graphical glitches. There was no lag either, so overall I had a great experience with Ooblets. The menus made it easy to track collections, but the inventory system could benefit from some improvements. No sorting system made it difficult to stay organised, and I also found it difficult at times to find things in my inventory as the pictures are small and you need to hover over items to see the names. The price point of Ooblets is definitely what put me playing off this game earlier. As most farming games tend to go around $30 Australian on average, having this one selling for about $50 was quite the leap. But I'm happy to say that it's worth every single penny. A lot of effort, love, and time has gone into this game, and it really shows, from the amount of unique dialogue, the details in the environment, and the number of clothing and furniture options available, just to name a few things. It's really nice to play a game where it feels more like a passion project than a way to earn money. If you're after a cute, cozy farming life sim and love a good collection-based system, this is the game for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like or comment if this review has helped you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!